Anatomy of a Lie, the Kaal Sarp Dosh Audit. Introduction. Someone told you that you're cursed. The diagnosis: a cosmic serpent, a Kaal Sarp Dosh, is blocking your path, sabotaging your success, and stealing your peace. And the proposed remedy: a transactional fix with a price tag in the thousands. But what if the real deception isn't the affliction, but the so-called cure? That is the subject of our audit. Today we present our findings on Kaal Sarp Dosh. We will demonstrate, using the industry's own foundational texts, that modern astrology's most profitable curse is a material fabrication, the anatomy of the lie. First, let's examine the mechanics of this alleged affliction. It's called Kaal Sarp Dosh. The story goes that when all 7 classical planets are hemmed in between the lunar nodes, Rahu and Ketu, your astrological chart is effectively poisoned. The construct is then dressed up with 12 specific subtypes, each designed to attack a critical area of your life. One supposedly ruins your marriage, another destroys your financial stability. To amplify the feeling of helplessness, the condition is blamed on past life karma, framing it as an inescapable destiny that only a costly ritual can fix. The business model is brutally simple: create a state of fear, then sell the exclusive remedy. Where the lie falls apart: our analysis began with the sacred texts of Vedic astrology. This is where the entire claim disintegrates. It's not in the rulebooks. The ultimate authority in Vedic astrology is the Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra. It is the foundational rulebook. Our examination finds no mention of Kaal Sarp Dosh. Not a single one. This isn't an oversight. It's a complete absence. This finding extends to other essential works, including Faldipika, Saravli, and Jatak Parijat. The most feared astrological curse of our time is entirely missing from the ancient, authoritative sources. Respected astrologers have publicly called it what it is: a modern fabrication engineered for profit, noting its popularity grew in direct proportion to its commercial potential over the last century. It defies basic logic. Beyond its absence from the text, the concept fails logical scrutiny. First, Rahu and Ketu are not planets or stars. They are calculated mathematical points where the moon's orbit intersects the sun's path. The premise that 2 abstract shadow points can neutralize the combined power of giants like Jupiter and Saturn, the Sun and Mars, is fundamentally unsound. Second, the alignment itself is a common astrological event. Statistical analysis shows this configuration appears in roughly 1/3 of all horoscopes. If the curse were real, it would mean 1/3 of the world's population is perpetually doomed. This doesn't point to a rare curse. It points to a conveniently broad diagnosis used to frighten a huge number of people, proof from reality. The most powerful refutation, however, comes from empirical evidence. Our audit reviewed the horoscopes of individuals who not only lived with this supposed curse, but achieved monumental success. Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister. His chart shows a textbook Kaal Sarp Dosh, yet it didn't stop him from governing a nation. Dhirubhai Ambani, the founder of the Reliance Empire, he also had this configuration while building a multi-billion-dollar enterprise from scratch. Sachin Tendulkar, widely regarded as one of the greatest cricketers in history. His chart, too, contains this allegedly life-shattering alignment. The lives of these individuals represent a material contradiction that invalidates the entire premise of the curse. The claim that a single astrological pattern can negate every other positive factor in a horoscope is demonstrably false. Follow the money. Given the lack of textual support, logical coherence, and its contradiction by real-world evidence, the motive becomes clear. The conclusion of our audit is that the primary driver is financial. Kaal Sarp Dosh is not an ancient affliction. It is a modern product engineered for financial exploitation through fear. The operational strategy is simple. First, fabricate the problem. A common astrological event is rebranded with a terrifying name: Kaal meaning death, and Sarp meaning snake, and presented as the universal cause for all of life's struggles. Second, monopolize the solution. The terrified target is then told that the only way out is a proprietary and expensive ritual or puja that only certain practitioners can perform. An entire industry has been built on this foundation of fear. By convincing people their lives are hostage to a cosmic pattern, it strips them of agency, distracts them from practical solutions, and creates a dependency on the very people who created the fear. The verdict: the audit is complete, our opinion is final. The entity known as Kaal Sarp Dosh, as it is commercially promoted, is a significant misrepresentation within the field of astrology. It has no basis in canonical texts, it is logically incoherent, and it is invalidated by documented case studies. It is a fabrication, weaponized for financial gain through psychological manipulation. Therefore, any diagnosis of this curse should be considered null and void. The affliction was never in your astrological chart. The affliction was the fraudulent diagnosis. Legitimate astrology is meant to enhance self-awareness and empower strategic action, not to induce terror. Do not allow a fabricated curse to dictate the course of your life. Your focus belongs on your actions in the present. The celestial bodies do not determine your destiny, your choices do. This concludes our audit report. Reject the misrepresentation. Go build your own destiny.